Good morning. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. My name is Spencer, and I'll be your therapist for today. Can we start out by just sort of introducing yourselves and tell me a little bit about what you do as far as jobs or and things like that? So, whoever wants to start.
Let me start. Well, my name is Dan. I'm 37 years old, and I work for a little IT company here in California. So we go out to schools and monitor their IT system. That's what I do for a living.
Okay, so you work for the schools and work
Yeah.
on the computers and stuff. That sounds interesting. And how about you, ma'am?
I'm Anne. I'm 30 years old, and I'm a homemaker.
A homemaker. What does that mean? Can you tell me more about that?
Well, I just stay home and maintain the house,
Mhm.
and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
But you also have the website, though. Remember that? You're selling.
Oh yeah, I saw my painting.
Oh, you like to paint?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do that a lot?
Yeah, I try to do it every day.
Okay. So we have fully employed versus the homemaker, and you guys are okay with that setup or that situation?
Well,
I hear some hesitation there.
yes. Well, it's not a problem that I work and is at home. We don't have an issue with that. But I think there have been some challenges in the past about finances. That has been a recent topic that came up.
Oh yeah. So
Discussions.
Is that what brought you in here today? Well, tell me, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. So maybe one of you could tell me what's your perception of this finance situation?
Well, I'm really uncomfortable, sharing all these things because I think it's a problem we should solve on our own.
Okay.
But I feel like in the last few weeks we were just talking and really didn't find a solution for that. So basically,
Let me stop you there. You
Yeah.
said you were talking and talking. What did you talk about?
well,
You said you
basically
were looking for solutions.
what we tried to, but it's always the same topic. How much we have at the end of the month
Okay.
to really spend for our hobbies, to go out, to watch a movie in the cinema, to go out for eat, to have dinner together. So we're always short at the end of the month in terms of money. Yeah.
So where do you think all the money goes after you pay your bills, right? You
Um,
pay your bills, right?
Well, I don't want to blame you Anne all the time, but I feel like she spends too much money for things that are not really needed. Paint. I don't know. Well, I know that you're a good painter, though I like this, but we don't have to spend that much money on that. So that irritates me. That makes me angry. I admit that.
So you feel like she spends too much money on like paint and art
Definitely.
supplies.
Yeah. So that's why we're running short each month, and I try to explain that to her, but all I get is like, oh, you shouldn't spend that much money either, all the time. So that's the concern I have.
Okay, what do you have to say about that? What's your perception of what he's telling me?
I agree. We do have money problems, but the reason is he spends so much money on his golf stuff,
Golf.
membership, new gear, clothes, eating at the club, hanging out with friends, drinking. Sometimes he doesn't even come home.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I was telling you about that I spend time with my friends. And Spencer, look at this. I work hard, and I'm not saying you're not working hard. But if you spend 10, 12 hours days working, and then I think I deserve that at the end of the day to hang out with my friends. And they all play golf, and I enjoy playing golf. So,
But I spend the whole day all alone in the apartment, cooking, cleaning the house, maintaining the house. You don't do any of that. You just come home, change your clothes, and go to the club or go out drinking with your friends. You rarely spend time with me. So what else am I supposed to do besides paint?
So when you guys are arguing about money, what starts it? What's what we call it activating event?
It's usually me looking at the bills and realizing that we have no money left after paying all the bills.
I agree, but I mean, we both spend money, fair enough. But I can't just stop golfing or stop hanging out with my buddies that after work. I agree. I mean, like a while ago, we discussed like how our future will look like. We want to save for our own house. We want to do things. We do want to get married.
Let me stop you there. So is that true? Do you agree with that? Do you both share that same goal of saving up for the future, retirement, and house?
Well, before we got married, we had talked about how finances would go, and I told him, when I was single, I always put $50 from my paycheck into a bank account and save that money for a rainy day, or if anything were to happen. He agreed with me, and said, "Good thing exited."
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, and he agreed that we would put $50 each. I would use $50 from my paintings and stuff, and he would put $50 from his paycheck. But that only lasted for 6 months. And now that money, he dips into our savings for his golf gear, or drinking, or buying unnecessary things for the house that we don't need.
I don't think that's true at all. Like I just said, that's what I always hear when we talk about that. You Jasper, you Dan, you Dan. Let's have a break right there. That doesn't make sense. Let's wait for a second.
So what I'm hearing is you're both kind of playing this blame game. You believe that the art's unnecessary, and you believe that all the golfing activities and stuff is an unnecessary expense or need. And you're both kind of clashing about that.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
So what other behaviors might be changing? Are you guys you still doing things together around the house, out in the community? For example, are you guys still sleeping in the same bed? Are you doing things you used to do?
That's an interesting topic.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in the last weeks, especially in the last weeks, I just felt I don't want to deal with those conflicts anymore. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's not even about our relationship anymore. About our goals. So I decided I'm going to sleep on the couch, because when I get back home, she's already in bed. And then I get home, want to lay next to her. Oh, Jasper, did you spend that much money again? All the time. So I decided to sleep on the couch.
So to avoid those late night arguments, you decided to start sleeping on the couch to make it easier.
Well,
How do you feel about that?
all I'm asking you is if you come home late to gently sit on the bed. Don't just fall onto the bed.
So how do you feel about him sleeping on the couch, first of all?
Well, he's never home anyway, so it's what's the point?
Okay, I see. You say that, well, what's the point? But how does it make you feel? What do you think about it?
It makes me unhappy.
Okay. What about it makes you unhappy?
I feel like we're roommates and not husband and wife anymore.
So you feel like there's a big loss of intimacy in the relationship as far as, not just sex, but closeness and like partnership type intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you told him that?
I've tried, but one word and we got in an argument
But when did you
Argument
try
about
that? I didn't hear that.
about money,
Money. Oh, okay.
him not being home enough.
So it always goes back to money, which to me seems like a symptom of real, what I think I see as the real problem, which is lack of communication, lack of intimacy. So money's just sort of a catalyst that starts conflict.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then you just mentioned, and it has those consequences that we're not even sleeping in the same bed anymore. It's even affecting our relationships now. Because, like I said, always those discussions about money. But yeah.
So you both seem to think that, well, art's not necessary, golf's not necessary. But what would it be like to think that it is? Do you ever see golf as a strength for him? Or spending time with his friends as a strength?
Of course, I think he should spend time with his friends and, go golfing because I know that's one of his de-stressors. But at the same time, you have a responsibility towards me, so you should also spend time with me as well. portion with your friends drinking.
So in other words, you think it's okay to have friends and do those things, but you'd like to have them spend more time at home or with you doing something as a couple or family.
Yeah.
And how about you with the art? You feel like maybe that's a strength for her, maybe a coping mechanism that she uses, or do you still see it as unnecessary and not needed?
Well, the only reason why we really fight about that, or why I'm concerned, is how much money she spends on the paint. But I told you before that I agree, and I like your hobby, and I like the paintings, you know. And it's also a little bit of extra income at the end of the month. So, no, I don't want her to stop it, but at the same time, maybe spend a little bit less money on it, you know.
I think I can help you guys. I'd like to work on something. It's called CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy. There's a couple of techniques I'd like to use in we'll set some goals first. So what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is just you guys would like to spend more time together, save a little more money. In order to do that, you're going to have to make some changes in your, I guess what we call it, hobby budgets and the way you spend money. Can we agree on? Is that something we can agree on, or am I way off?
Yeah, why not? I mean, since this was an issue at the beginning and still is, yeah.
So do you think if we sort of worked on a path towards achieving those goals, and if you did achieve them, that there'd be less conflict in the relationship?
Hopefully. So it's like a monthly plan we have, or and it's only about the hobbies, so the money we spend for golf and for painting.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So what I'd like to do is to give you some homework. That would be to, first of all, in order to get you to spend more time together, make what we'd like to call a date night or a date day or a day trip every weekend or during the week, whatever is more convenient for both of you. And so what are some things that you do to incorporate into that? You said you don't like the movies. Anything else? Sometimes a movie's not really feasible, or maybe there's one neither one of you can agree on. What's something else you could do?
We'll just go out for dinner.
Going out for
You
dinner?
know, go out for dinner and have some drinks together.
Okay. Cool. And I'd like you guys to sit down and maybe write up I guess a monthly or even a weekly budget, or maybe both. Maybe I mean you pay rent and mortgage just like once a month, not every week, but maybe put all your basic needs and mortgages and rents in there, and then whatever's left for discretionary spending, divide it up, and have a set amount set aside to put in the bank for the future.
Okay.
So what are some ways you can cut back on your art to help make this work?
The paint.
Oh no, let's say it first.
Sorry.
Well, I really like the organic paint.
Okay, so I think that's more expensive than like what other types of paint. So what can you do to? How much do you buy? How much do you spend roughly?
About $100.
Okay, so what are some things you could do to maybe cut it back in half, or by $25 or something, just enough to, whatever your goal is to save, to help contribute to that.
Maybe not buy all organic.
Okay.
Maybe just like the colors that I use the most.
What do you say about that?
Yeah, it would be, I think, appropriate to save some money at the end of the day.
And how about you? What are some things what can you cut back on to put towards the future or the piggy bank, so to speak?
Well, like I said, I really don't want to cut back on my golfing and spending time with my friends. I mean, part of it is hang out and have some beers. That's true.
Okay.
I found it difficult to really save money on that. So on my membership, I have to be a member to play golf. But maybe I can go out instead of 4 times. I go out only 2 or 3 times a week to spend that much money on drinking. I mean, I do agree that $100 a night is too much, definitely. So I can definitely cut back on the drinking with my friends. Or invite them over.
Okay, great. What do you think about that?
Well, your membership is $1,000
year, a month?
a year. And he has the deluxe membership. I don't know what that means, but
For $100 a week, that sounds pretty reasonable. What do you think?
Like I said, I mean, I need that membership though.
Let's not forget, you need one day or one night a week to do something together, right?
yeah.
Great. So you have a plan, and you're gonna work on it, and you're gonna come back, let's give it, what, a couple weeks, see how it works,
Mhm.
and see me again?
Okay.
Okay, all right, thank you for coming.
Thanks for. I didn't say my word, but Jasper.
No,